everybody, and welcome to the Andersen podcast. Today, we're doing the intern takeover. Woo! So exciting. My name is Dorothy, and I'm with Priyanka, Hercules, and Aishani. Today, we're going to be playing Draw and Tell. Each one of us will pick a card and then answer the question. Priyanka, do you want to get started?
Definitely. So, all right. So my question is, what do you know now that you wish you knew before starting this internship? So I'm going to take a quick moment because the internship has been a lot of emotions. I'd say the one thing that I've learned and the one thing I know now that I wish I knew before would be that questions are okay. I believe that asking questions, asking doubts, no matter how silly they are, no matter if it's out of this world, you may think so, but honestly, we're all on our own journeys and paths. For so many of us, we're getting to know different topics for the first time. So questions are okay. Judgment is not something we should keep in our minds. And like our CEO also mentioned on our first day, that hesitation is something we should leave at home. So, yeah.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, I totally agree.
My question is, describe your internship in one word. I would say my internship experience has been very insightful.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead, Hercules?
Okay, so my question is, if you could teleport your desk to anywhere in the world, where would it be? So, this is kind of a tricky question. So, for me, right, if I'm thinking about myself, I would say the Maldives. Because who doesn't want to work on vacation, right?
Yeah, vacation sounds very nice.
Oh.
What's one corporate buzzword you've heard way too many times? End of day. I need this. End of day today. A very stressful buzzword, but I'm learning my corporate lingo for sure.
Very true. I feel like deadlines are absolutely important, and sometimes it's very stressful to reach them, but the feeling of reaching them and, getting your work done is very rewarding.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's the one thing you've learned in the past 2 weeks that surprised you? The one thing that surprised me the most was the way people are so open here. Like, everyone is so open to learning, and all our mentors are so keen on teaching us. So before I joined, I was really nervous and intimidated, but they made us open up to each other.
I agree with that as well,
Yeah,
because I feel like
definitely.
if you have a platform that allows you to, have conversations, like I mentioned, ask questions and whatnot, then really changes your entire perspective of learning and makes you
Yes.
more curious.
Exactly.
to know
And
more.
I think, in my opinion, it helps improve your networking skills. Because knowing that everyone's open, you can ask them questions on anything and you can learn a lot from that, right?
Yes.
What skill do you feel you've leveled up the most since day one? Time management. I'll be very honest. At university, usually we have a lot of deadlines, and usually I kind of ignore it and go to the last week and okay, now I have to start this work, right? Whereas over here, right, everything is by end of day. As you said, it's a common buzzword. So it forces me to get ready. Okay, I have to plan this at this time. I have to do this at this time. I schedule my day based on that. So that's a very important skill I learned here.
You don't realize how short a day is until you enter the corporate world, and the time just
Exactly.
runs away.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Okay, my question is, why Andersen? What made me choose Andersen? So, I mean, if you're in the finance or accounting world, we all know that Andersen is one of the top firms. But beyond that, I really like the culture and the values. I feel like they really emphasize diversity, collaboration, and just asking questions, as you said. I've seen other firms that they are really go, 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 and you don't really have the time to ask your questions. But I feel at Andersen, they really open space for you to do so and to actually learn and contribute to the team.
That's so true. Again, like I mentioned, busy days, so many clients, but irrespective of that, the fact that our mentors, they take the time out, even though we're naive and coming into the field for the first time, they're so nice with the way they explain things, and they really give you a chance to get a glimpse of the corporate world. And I feel like all of us have really benefited from the experience.
That's so true beyond belief.
If you could swap with anyone at Andersen for a day, who would it be? Ideally, I would pick someone from the senior leadership team, specifically the CEO, to know what it's like to run such a big corporate, lovely firm, to understand what's the workings, the in and outs, how does the CEO operate things, any decisions they make, any meetings they go through. But yeah, and see things from a very wide perspective. So definitely, I'd love to be the CEO.
What's your go-to productivity hack at work? For me, honestly, I like making to-do lists so that I can like get all my work done. Because if I don't write it down, I might forget. So I like doing that.
Are there any specific apps or platforms you
Notion.
use?
I use Notion to like make my to-do lists and like calendars and stuff.
What's been the most challenging part of your internship? If I think about it, I would not say the work, the commute. That is the answer.
Really?
The commute is definitely the hardest, especially because I live like really far away. So
Okay.
it's like extremely far journey for me every single day. Like I would not complain anything about the work because the work is amazing. The people here are like fantastic, and like working here has taught me so much. I have no complaints about the company, but the commute. Because it's basically my fault because I live so far away. So.
Oh wow. What time do you leave in the morning?
I wake up at 6:40.
Oh my god.
Work is at 10.
I could not.
no.
You're so strong.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Crazy.
The last question. If Andersen was a type of food, what would it be and why? That's a really tough
It's a
question.
very confusing question.
I don't know. I think maybe a burrito because I feel like there's so many layers, there's so many different things, there's so many different departments, different people, and you know, it's all wrapped up into one nice office, one nice family. I feel like everyone is so friendly with each other, and I just feel like the environment is very nice and warm like a burrito.
Very too. It's very fulfilling and
Yes.
content. You know, like you have the meal and you're like happy with it and what's with it.
Oh
So-
yeah. That was such a fun session. Hercules, we all know where you want to be now in the Maldives, but we're here. So Aishani, how has your experience been so far at Andersen?
It's been a very insightful journey. I've learned a lot of things. I was able to do website analysis as well as how to make content calendars. So I've learned a lot of new things.
Wow, that's so interesting. Do you think you'll use this in university?
Yes, definitely. As we are in clubs and societies in university itself, so making content calendars will help us out with our social media accounts as well. So I think that's really helpful for us.
Hercules, do you agree? I mean, you're also in the
Um,
marketing team.
My experience here has been, well, amazing. I've learned so many new tools as well. I mean, examples like MailChimp, webinars, how to utilize them in the industry, and how the technical stuff works behind the background of creating these kind of webinars. So I feel like from my experience, it's taught me a lot about like the industry. So like moving forward, it can help me develop my skills for my future career path.
I mean, you guys are going into your second year, correct? Like you just finished your first year.
Yes.
Yes.
That's amazing that you got to experience this hands-on. We're going to our third year, and I
Yes.
feel like this experience so far for me has been so, as you said, insightful. I haven't worked directly in finance before, interned in finance before, so going after graduation to have this experience, it's invaluable. What do you think, Priyanka?
Definitely. I agree for the fact that we're in our third year. So, which means that very soon we'll be in the corporate
Oh, yeah.
world. So, having a glimpse of the corporate world, how, you know, the office environment works, simple things like 9 to 6 and getting accustomed to the timing is very important. And I feel like this opportunity really did give me that platform. And moreover, it let me understand whether the department I'm working in, for example, tax, is my forte, whether it is something I'd like to go into, whether it is something I'd want to pursue in the future or not. And so far, my interest has been very high up there and up-leveled. So definitely, I feel like I've gained more clarity about where I need to stand in the job market, things I need to do to improve, and things that I have learned. For example, like Aishani mentioned, you know, client meetings or networking with people. Talking to people is so important because, you know, if you're not able to sell your ideas or sell the person that you are, then it really does impact your business or whatever you're into. So yeah, I feel like those skills are very good for when we're moving ahead in our career.
Yeah, we actually were talking just last night that the transition into like professional speaking, you know, in university we make presentations, we talk with each other, but it's definitely not as professional as, you know, in a corporate office, the emails. I think that is something that I've been learning a lot. I definitely agree that the experience that we've gained is going to be so great for us as third years. And yeah.
Yeah, because like you mentioned language, simple things like drafting a mail. Ideally, we cannot say like we're talking to a friend, no matter our relation with the client. But, you know, that certain language or the lingo you need to use, those are like minute details that
For
really
sure.
make a difference in when you're going out in the job market. So speaking of our experiences with Andersen and the fact that our university has collaborated with Andersen, since you are the career ambassador, Dorothy, what would you like to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's so special that the team at the university has been able to give us this experience. I know they worked so hard to make this possible. As part of the career ambassadors, my job is to, see what other universities are doing, and this is something that not many have done. So I just think I'd like to thank our team, for making this possible for us.
I feel really grateful for getting this opportunity because Andersen is such a big company, and when I was telling my parents that I've gotten into it, they were so proud of me. They were like, wow, that's great, and Andersen is such a huge brand. So just that itself has been so good, and this will definitely help me moving forward in my career.
I definitely agree, because these kind of opportunities are very rare, and when you get them, you have to take them, right? I would like to thank the Career Center for this wonderful opportunity that we've all gotten and how it's going to help us for future moving into corporate life, especially from university.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm an international student here in Dubai. So just getting my foot in the door here in a new city where I don't know anyone, it's a little bit tough. So just having this transition from the university into the corporate world provided by the university has been invaluable.
Definitely. I feel like it was a very heartwarming experience, very comfortable workspace for you to step into. And moreover, I feel like whatever degree we're doing, whatever coursework we're doing, applying it practically is absolutely important. So, whatever we learn in theory, it could be anything related to tax like we've done, or finance, or even marketing. The fact that we get to observe it, firsthand, and we get to see it happening in real life. We get to be a part of it. We get to ask any questions that we may have, and there's absolutely no judgment whatsoever. I feel like that plays a big role in understanding where you stand and moving ahead in your career. So getting a hands-on experience also boosts your confidence, helps you understand your skills, makes you develop your soft skills. So it's simple things like that that really just elevate your career moving forward.
Yes, I definitely agree with you on hands-on experience because back in university, you're just learning the theory part of it, and you're not really doing much in terms of what we'll do later on in our career. So coming here and getting a taste of what we're going to do later on has really helped me understand what I really want to do, which career I want to go into, and it's helped me understand what I want to do in life.
I would agree. I think beyond just the experience, it's helping me to understand what type of office space I want to be in, which kind of environment, how are the people, how are the staff, how are the employees reacting in the office space, how are they interacting, just stuff like this that I'm able to now see in person and experience is helping. It's a guide for me for my future career as well.
And I feel like this experience is very transformative in this sense that, since we're uni students, transitioning is such a big, important thing for us. So I'm very grateful for Wollongong and the Career Center to specifically reach out to Andersen. I think another thing is the tax seminar that we all may have come across. So understanding what they said and how they do things, applying the same knowledge, let's say specifically for tax, if you're looking into compliance, we're looking into reviews, understanding how they really work in comparison to the theories or the guides we go through and matching up with what our mentors spoke about is really important. So yeah, I'm very happy to receive this opportunity.
Yes, I agree. I mean, both of us are accounting, finance students, so it was amazing just to be able to do this. I mean, you guys have been working in the marketing team, as I said before, and I think it's so interesting. Outside of the marketing team, it's so interesting to see what you guys do and how the marketing team holds the company and how they create things and just get the image out there. Have you guys really learned anything specifically in how to market yourselves? Or, we're always told we should market ourselves on LinkedIn. Have you got any skills from this experience that you can apply?
I definitely agree. I remember on the first day that when we first walked in, we were first immediately told to have an interview with them and talk about what do you think, what we're going to expect from our internship and what do you think we're going to learn and what we're most excited about. I felt a sense of connecting with the company when I did that as well.
I completely agree with him. During our internship, we learned how to market ourselves better, because in the beginning we were really intimidated by people, like how to speak, how do you introduce yourself, how do you present yourself in a meeting. So our mentors really helped us, like, get comfortable and like understand how we're supposed to present ourselves during meetings.
Hercules, you kind of touched on expectations. Do you guys have, and like, do you want to speak about your expectations versus reality now that we've completed 1 week of the mentorship? How about you start us off, Priyanka?
All right. So expectations versus reality, perhaps. I'd say when I heard of this opportunity and I applied to it, I wasn't entirely sure if I would get in. But now that I did, I was like, the day I received the call and we confirmed all the details, I was very nervous because it's Andersen. It's a big global firm. So I was like, what's the firm going to be like? Are the people going to be nice? Am I going to make any friends? Am I going to be able to speak to my mentors nicely? Or are they going to be super strict? Am I not going to be able to ask any questions or anything? So I walked in very timidly with a nervous, sort of demeanor when I walked into it. But I feel like on the induction day itself, the different activities we played, when we spoke to the mentors, when we spoke to the rest of the team, I felt very comfortable. And I felt like, yes, I belong here. This is a space where I can, explore my interests. If I don't like something, I can tell my mentor, we can get it, changed or reviewed. We can move into something else. For example, I also ended up doing a marketing assignment just because I went to the workshop about webinars. So that was something very new for me. And I'd say for the after, I am far more confident about myself. I'm far more confident about presenting myself. I feel like, this experience of going into such a big firm, understanding the workspace, the culture that works in there, I know how to integrate myself into it. And I know what skills to work on, let's say any communication skills I may have, time management skills I may have, maybe even relating to commute if I want to get a driver's license, a skill I'd like to put onto. But yeah, otherwise, I now know how to conduct myself, how to speak to people, and how exactly to approach a mentorship. I feel like at the very end of 2 weeks, ideally you'd be like, what do I talk to my mentor about? Like aside from work stuff and otherwise. So I am, more clear about where to go ahead in life and how to focus on my academics and otherwise as well. So yeah. What about you guys?
When I first applied for Andersen, I thought for my interest as well. So as marketing, what would I really do there? But it kind of caught my eye because it's a very reputable firm. So originally when I came into the office and I saw how professional their work environment was, I was really conflicted thinking, wow, it's very, very professional here. I wonder for marketing, because usually marketing is considered a fun degree, what they would do here. But my nerves immediately went away when the orientation occurred and everyone started talking about their lives at Andersen. And it was first shown that everyone's very friendly. The work environment is very open to suggestions as well. So when we first joined, I thought I was very really nervous, but then and in reality I kind of meshed well with what kind of environment already existed there. So yeah, that's my.
I think we can all agree that reality was a lot better than our expectations.
Yes,
we feel a lot more
definitely.
calm, more comfortable. But now I kind of want to go into a little fun game, this or that. So I'm going to read a card and then you guys tell me. So, learning by doing or learning by watching?
Learning by
Definitely
doing.
Yes,
Definitely.
I agree. Comfort zone or constant challenge?
Constant challenge.
Constant
I
challenge.
agree,
Because
I
I
think-
feel like we'll get too bored maybe if we live in comfort. Yeah.
And we won't learn new things if we just stay in the same area. It's always about moving on to new things.
I agree.
Change is the only constant.
Taking notes or just winging it?
I feel like taking notes makes me more prepared beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm aware of
So
what
that
to
you can
speak of.
refer to it and then
I need to work on taking notes because sometimes I get lost and I just wing it and I definitely need notes.
It's a hit or miss, I feel like, with winging
Yeah.
it.
Oh, for sure. That's what I've learned. Sending an email with a typo or sending it to the wrong person.
A typo, definitely. I feel like, how bad is the typo? I
Yeah,
think that
that's-
also
yeah, that's a-
matters.
yeah.
Depends. Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, the
agree.
wrong person is entirely messed up. Again, depends on the context of the mail. But I
Exactly.
think I'd risk it with a typo.
Yeah,
Same,
what about you
same.
guys? Structured plans or spontaneous ideas?
structured plans. Definitely. I would like to go according to my to-do list, what I want to do Yeah.
You guys are very type A.
I would say spontaneous ideas, really.
Me too.
Yeah, because like when you're going on with the structure, basically, you don't know what to change yet. It's very rigid, right? So if you really want to change something, but you can't do it in a structured plan, you need to be spontaneous on what you want to change, what you want to speak. So if you have a direct way of speaking or direct way of doing things, you never learn something new.
Working solo or with a team?
I feel definitely with the team, because you get to
Yeah.
learn about different perspectives and you get to understand how to navigate conflict if there are any. So I feel like understanding where people come from and putting all those ideas together, brainstorming, really helps your project shine.
Definitely agree.
Yes. Zoom meetings or in-person meetings?
In person, definitely. I would rather be there and like listen and actually know what's going on.
More
Yeah.
present.
Yeah, exactly.
Working ahead or working under pressure?
Working ahead. That's the one thing that has to be common about everything you do. So yeah.
I'm definitely a work under pressure type of person. When it's stressful, I get my work done so fast and I'm done.
I feel like the deadlines really stress you out. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
I'd like to be work ahead in theory. But at the very end, I feel like with the things that really come up, either marketing or tax or otherwise as well, we do end up becoming work under pressure at the end of the day
Yeah.
types.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think that's it.
So this has been a lovely experience. Thank you so much for joining us on this special podcast, and follow Andersen to know what we do.
Woo!